Okie dokie, what's happening, dudes? Now, I did say that my knife budget was tapped for a couple weeks, and that is still true, but this was actually a gift. I recently started a Facebook page to help promote my welding business, and I reconnected with an old friend that I hadn't talked to in, geez, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years? Quite a long time. But we started chatting, and it turns out he is into knives as well. And he decided to donate a knife to me and to the channel. So super, super grateful for that. And always good to reconnect with an old friend. And it's it's a bonus that they are into the same things that I am. So let's freaking do it. Do. Nicely bubble wrapped. Very nice. Very, very nice bubble wrapping. Is this a sticker? Yeah. And we have, wow. Holy crap. That's good, I'm gonna save this. We have a Microtech, folks. It's Microtech. I've never owned a Microtech, nor have I ever held one or handled one at all. So I'm very excited. It is a Microtech UTX 85. Ooh, baby. It's actually a little bigger than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a tiny little guy. This is like the perfect size. It's a user. As you can tell, we got some wear on the pocket clip. But aside from that, he said it's, pretty much functions exactly as it did when it came brand new. Let's see. 9/20/20, so it's a pretty new model. What do you think? Let's fire it. Oof. That's exactly the type of blade I was hoping for, too. I like the look of these single-edged blades rather than the double-edged ones. Wow. This is freaking cool, man. Jeez. I love the two-tone blade. We have black-coated blade on the bevel and the swedge, and then the belt-sanded finish on the flats. Aluminum construction. We got a glass breaker and a lanyard hole there. Love the OD green. Man, this is just freaking cool, man. Blade play, as I understand, most all OTFs have some blade play. You can't really avoid that. I was watching a torture test on one of these UTX 85s, and I was very surprised to learn how tough they are. I mean, this guy was, he was hammering this thing through a 2x4 like a nail. You know, he was hammering on this with a rubber mallet, and he punched this thing all the way through the 2x4, so the tip was sticking out the other side, and then he, just pulled it out, and it was totally fine. So that's pretty freaking nuts. I mean, I don't think most liner locks would survive that. Maybe some other type of locking mechanisms would, but I was very surprised to learn how tough these things are. You know, some people, when they think of OTFs, they think of, you know, they're like gimmicky, you know, but that is not the case, at least with Microtech. These things are built very tough. And while we're talking about that, let's just dispel another myth while we're at it. If you don't know about OTFs, you probably think that if you stuck this up to somebody's flesh and pulled the trigger, that it would, you know, shoot out into their heart or, you know, deep into their flesh. And for some reason, that's a very widely held false view on OTFs. That's just simply not true. I think it's probably the media's fault, and, you know, movies and word of mouth, maybe. I really don't know how that got started. But it's not true. It doesn't happen. We'll test it right now. Let me grab a piece of paper. Single sheet of paper. Let's see if it'll do some damage here. The paper is not pierced. When that happens, the blade falls out of its track, so it can't pierce into you. And when that happens, all you do is just pull it back out and reset it, and you're good to go. So let's do it again. Paper's fine. So let's stop that, guys. I mean, it's just completely false. So utterly false. I mean, even if it went through the paper, it would definitely not go very deep into your skin. But it didn't even go through the paper. So let's get rid of that myth. Simply not true. These knives are no more dangerous than any other knives. No more dangerous than a side opening auto or a manual operating knife. It's no more dangerous, no less dangerous. It's just a different type of knife. That's all it is. So cool. Anyways, I'm extremely happy to get this. I've never, like I said, I've never had an OTF in the collection, and I'm just really happy to have one. And thanks again to my buddy who donated this to the channel. I'll figure out some way to repay him. And yeah, I'm gonna carry this guy for a week or so, and then we'll do a review on it. And yeah, I guess that'll be it. Thanks for watching, y'all. And yeah, I'll see ya in the next one. Adios.